Go interactive with X-Ray, where we bring trading experts to you live in the platform. Choose sessions, watch live market analysis, and catch up on your favorite market insights anytime. Ask questions and go one-to-one with leading experts on gold, oil, FX, crypto, indices, and equities. X-Ray, your very own analysis team, right at your fingertips. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Boom! What's happening, people? Good morning, Europe, and welcome everyone to our live stream. Happy Monday, people. How you guys doing? My name is Andrew, and for the last 10 years, I've worked in many retail and institutional forex brokerages in Europe. Follow me in this amazing journey. Find out the hidden corners of forex trading, online investments, learn what most forex brokers don't want you to know, and get rewarded for learning. We are proud to announce that starting today, guys, we are broadcasting live on our new YouTube channel. You can find the link in the description down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on your favorite media channel and support us in delivering more great content. This show is proudly sponsored by our partners at Forexy and Markets.com. European markets open, coming up. Right, guys, happy Monday once again. Here's what's happening in the markets today, 23rd of November, 2020. Lots of news over the weekend, guys. Lots of news. Lots of things happening. Good opportunities this week. We're starting with the first news, which is AstraZeneca vaccine, effective 70% on average against COVID-19. We might have a third vaccine coming out, guys. U.S. Plans First Vaccination to start within 3 weeks from now. Good news, we might have the first vaccinations before year end, starting in the US. Crude oil gains overnight, guys. European stocks 0.2 higher open, and Bitcoin, guys, everyone's favorite, holds steady at $18,479. This is what is happening so far. Busy week in the economic calendar with lots of announcements. And on Thursday, guys, America celebrates Thanksgiving Day, and the US stock market will be closed. Friday as well, we're going to have a long weekend for Thanksgiving. Friday, the U.S. markets will close early at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So from today till Wednesday, plenty of trading opportunities, guys. We had a breaking news earlier on. Apparently, UK and Europe are optimistic on a Brexit deal. And starting today, some restrictions in London will be lifted. London and South England apparently is doing a bit better in regards to COVID. And Boris Johnson will lift some of the restrictions. As far as we know right now, early in the morning, gyms will get back to normal. Some pubs will open as well, and some more shops. So there is hope for a very strong pound, at least for today. We will come back with more details this afternoon at the U.S. markets open. Until then, guys, how was your weekend? Type your comments. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you're struggling with anything, if you have any plans for the week, and I'll do my best to help. Let's start with the first news of the day, guys. That says that European stock markets are seen opening higher today as investors react with optimism over the continued progress towards workable COVID vaccines. At 2:15 a.m. Eastern time, the DAX futures contract in Germany traded 1% higher. CAC 40 futures in France climbed 0.7%, and the FTSE 100 futures in the UK rose 0.8%. Now, this comes after Pfizer and the German partner BioNTech applied for US FDA emergency drug authorization for their COVID-19 vaccine on Friday, the same day as Moderna announced that it was close to seeking the same approval after promising news from its final stage vaccine trial. So far, so good. So far, good news. Happy Monday, people. Good morning. Additionally, it was announced earlier today that the COVID-19 vaccine developed by AstraZeneca in conjunction with the University of Oxford was up to 90% effective in preventing the COVID-19 virus if patients were given an initial half dose followed by a full dose. The prospect of a vaccine starting to be distributed before the Christmas holiday period has buoyed investors, even though it will undoubtedly take some time before production levels and supply chains are able to match the global demand. Meanwhile, the new cases continue to grow, unfortunately, and large swathes of public life are curtailed across Europe and the US. Now, let's see. Statement from ING. Optimism around vaccine developments continues to buoy sentiment despite the current lockdowns that we are seeing across Europe, and with the number of US COVID-19 cases now passing the 12 million mark. That's what analysts at ING said in a research note. Indications of the extent of the damage to the Eurozone economy from the recent restrictions many countries have implemented to stop the surge in COVID-19 cases will be in focus later today in the form of flash November PMI data for the service and manufacturing sectors. The Eurozone Composite Output Index is expected to fall to 45.8 in November from 50 in the previous month, with the services sector taking the brunt of the hit. Oil prices also pushed higher today on the news that the rollout of a COVID-19 vaccine before Christmas now looks very, very likely, adding to positive tone where hopes that a meeting of the top producers next week would see the curbs of output extended. Right, this is something that we kept on talking last week as well. Yes, OPEC and OPEC Plus and all the partners are trying to support the oil prices and maybe delay the output they had planned for January 2021. Having this said, the U.S. crude futures traded 1.1% higher at $42.90 a barrel, while the international benchmark Brent contract rose 1.3%, trading as high as $45.64, near their highest level since September, having gained over 5% last week. Gold futures fell 0.1%, while Euro USD traded 0.2% higher to 118.74. Now, let's have a quick look at the economic calendar, guys. I was telling you, very, very busy week in the economic calendar. And on Thursday and Friday, we have the Thanksgiving Day holiday in the U.S. And the U.S. markets will be closed on Thursday. Today, we start the week nice and early, guys, with a holiday in Japan, Workers' Day. We had quite a few announcements so far, and we are starting the European trading session with French manufacturing PMI to be released in exactly 4 minutes from now. 19 minutes from now, we're going to have the German manufacturing PMI, German services PMI, and then we're going to continue with the manufacturing PMI and market composite PMI in the Eurozone to be announced in about 49 minutes from now. And at 11:30 GMT plus 2. UK is also announcing composite PMI, manufacturing PMI, and services PMI. Right, quite a bit of movement expected this morning on the European currencies at least. After lunchtime, we're going to have press conference from the ECB, followed by manufacturing PMI, market composite, and services PMI on the US dollar in the afternoon, guys. We're going to start the week with quite a bit of movement. Let's see, tomorrow, German GDP will be announced early in the morning at 9 o'clock GMT plus 2, along with German current sentiment and the IFO business climate. Very, very important, guys. Keep an eye on the euro today. Keep an eye on the euro tomorrow morning. We expect quite a bit of volatility. Then we're going to have Christine Lagarde, the ECB president, holding a press conference at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, GMT plus 2. Couple of announcements on the US dollar. Couple of announcements from the FOMC. Yeah, and we're going to have just before midnight, guys, API weekly crude oil stock on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, we're going to have the crude oil inventories. Quite a bit of movement. Check this out on Wednesday, guys, in the economic calendar. Super Wednesday. Lots of announcements, tons of announcements on the US dollar on Wednesday. Lots of volatility, guys. Wow, check this out. Wednesday, the economic calendar is led by the US dollar starting 3:30 GMT plus 2. In the afternoon, from 3:30 up till almost midnight, guys, we're going to have announcements on the US dollar. Thursday is the bank holiday. Yeah, and Friday, we're going to have the The US markets closing a bit earlier at 1 o'clock GMT +2. Let's have a quick look at another interesting article, guys, and then we're going to move to the signals of the day. We're going to have a look at the charts and see how the markets open today, 23rd of November, 2020. Let's see what this article says. This article talks about oil. Oil prices extended gaze on Monday as traders eyed the recovery in crude demand thanks to successful COVID vaccine trials, although prices were contained by renewed lockdowns in several countries. Sentiment was also bolstered by hopes that the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, Russia, and other producers, a group known as OPEC Plus, will keep crude output in check. Brent crude futures rose 21 cents or 0.5%, and WTI crude gained 10 cents or 0.2%. This is what is happening so far, guys. We expect more news to come, especially from UK, guys, as UK, starting today, is lifting the ban on businesses. We're going to have gyms and pubs reopening today. The sentiment is positive on the euro and on the pound today. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, are you ready to have a look at the charts, guys, and have a look at some trading signals for today? Right. We're coming back live in 30 seconds with the charts of the day. Stay tuned.
Keep your finger on the market pulse with the News Alerts tool. Stay up to date on the latest sentiment across all the major asset classes. Uncover bullish or bearish signals tied to specific assets that could be developing before major price moves, and track how news sentiment correlated with price in the past. Track the news volume on an asset, its fear index, and get a better feel for its underlying strength. All with News Alerts, your central hub for market information. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
And we are back, guys, with the charts of the day. Let's have a quick look and see what is happening with the markets, guys, and what's the sentiment after the European Open. We are 14 minutes into the European trading session. We're starting, as usual, with crude oil futures, guys, which currently trade at $43.16. What an amazing rally for crude oil futures on the Asian trading session overnight. Very, very good rally. Positive sentiment as things stand right now. There's only one thing that keeps me from going all in on oil today, guys. Look at the bottom of the chart. RSI stochastic, way in the overbought levels. A bit of a pullback might be expected on crude oil futures. But overall, great rally overnight. Euro USD. We see a negative opening on the euro this morning, currently trading at 118.69 versus the US dollar. By the looks of things, the euro is targeting the 200 moving average towards the downside at 118.44. Let's see. First of all, we have a prior support level at 118.53. Yeah, and the second support level is somewhere around the 118.45. Yeah, that's the 200 MA. RSI stochastic pointing downwards this morning after the European Open. The pound, guys, positive opening for the pound. Currently trading at 133.40 versus the US dollar. On the good news that UK is opening some businesses starting today. The north of the country, however, remains in lockdown. RSI stochastic in the overbought levels, but still pointing upwards. There is a lot of positivity on the pound this morning, and if it's going to get supported by some more news in the economic calendar, then we might see the pound rallying for the day. USD JPY, guys, currently trading at 103.78. Well below the 50 and the 200 moving average. There is potential for the downside for the US dollar with the RSI pointing downwards, especially after the opening. If that's the case, probably traders will set their take profit levels around the 103.25 towards the downside. Now, let's move on to the Aussie dollar, guys. Let's see how the Aussie dollar did on the Australian trading session. Sorry. Now, currently, Aussie dollar trading at 0.7324 versus the US dollar. We see a good rally in the last few trading sessions for the Aussie dollar. We might see it pushing higher today, guys. Positive opening, RSI stochastic are pointing upwards, and they're still a bit further from the overbought levels. Positive sentiment on the Aussie dollar, guys, versus the US dollar today. USD CAD. Wow, what a nice range information for USD CAD. Look at this, guys. Look at this amazing range information. Currently, the US dollar is trading at 130.58 versus the Canadian dollar. We see a negative opening. We see the RSI stochastic pointing downwards, somewhere in between overbought and oversold levels. There is a bit of potential for the downside, especially for the USD CAD pair today. And if we're going to see it breaking that support level, probably traders will eye for the 130.05 or somewhere there in that region. Now, the US dollar index, guys, which is basically the US dollar traded against a basket of currencies, 6 different other currencies, is currently trading at 92.23. 237 from what we see. Very, very undecided. We saw a negative opening on the Australian trading session. You can see the gap, guys. Yeah, that's where the US dollar index closed on Friday afternoon, and this is where it opened today, way, way lower. The number of COVID cases increasing in the States might contribute to the downturn of the US dollar. We're looking at gold futures now, currently trading at $1,873 towards the upside. There is capped, though, at 1878, where the 200 MA is. RSI stochastic a bit undecided. We see stochastic pointing upwards. We might see a bit of a rally in gold. Gold might go up today, guys, and test the 1877 level or somewhere in that region if the US dollar decides to trade lower. Brent oil futures, or the UK oil, guys, or the European oil, currently trading at 45.94 after an amazing rally in the last couple of trading sessions. However, RSI stochastic at the bottom, 0.2 overbought levels. So we might see a tiny correction happening, guys. Let's move on to silver futures, and then your favorite, guys, the Bitcoin. Silver, just like gold, is trading below the 200 MA on a 1-hour chart. We're looking at 24.26 for gold this morning. RSI stochastic point downwards, though. So let's see. Maybe the trading signals will give us an indication. Now, your favorite, guys, Bitcoin is trading positive this morning at $18,566, currently pointing to the upside after it gave back some gains over the weekend, but nothing spectacular. It only moved $300-400 from where it was on Thursday and Friday. So there is a lot of positivity, a lot of positive sentiment for Bitcoin, guys. We might see trading as high as 19,000, or why not the 20,000 mark today. I did lose the bet with Georgia Gatangelo. I do owe him a bottle of wine, guys, because I said last week Bitcoin might reach 20,000 by Friday. It didn't happen. It was close, though, but it didn't happen. So after we end the broadcast, I'm going to go and ship a bottle of wine to Georgia Gatangelo, straight to Nicosia. Now, Ethereum, guys, is currently trading at $584.90. Great rally over the weekend. Ethereum is up 23% at some point over the weekend. I got a text message on my phone announcing me that RSI stochastic up in the overbought levels, but still, sometimes on a positive news, the price does not take into consideration technical analysis. Right, this is what is going on so far today, guys. 21 minutes into the European opening. Let's have a quick look at some signals provided by investing.com and see what else is happening on the markets. Euro USD, 21 minutes into the European opening. Strong sell on a 5-minute and a 15-minute chart. Hourly and daily remain a strong buy. So a bit of mixed indication. Let's not forget we have some announcements coming in the economic calendar today, and that might either accelerate the downturn or completely change the direction. The cable, guys, GBP USD, 4 strong buy signals on all 4 time frames. A lot of positivity on the pound today on announcements that European Union and UK are close to a potential Brexit deal, a positive outcome, and that UK has lifted some bans, at least in London and surrounding areas. USD JPY, strong sell on all 4 time frames today. AUD USD, strong buy on all 4 time frames. Okay, the markets seem to be giving us a bit of direction, but remember, give them a bit more time, guys, for the markets to settle, or don't follow the signals blindly. Do your own analysis. Have a look at the charts. See what the indicators are showing. And then, if it makes sense, by all means, you know what you have to do. So, euro, strong sell on all 4 time frames versus the pound after opening today. USD CAD, strong sell. So as things stand right now, guys, the US dollar is set to, at least the USD JPY and the USD CAD, is set to decline today, and the pound is set to strengthen versus all its other peers. There we go. We're looking at GBP JPY pair, strong buy on all 4 time frames, and GBP CHF, guys, again, 4 time frames indicate a strong buy. Okay, this is the sentiment. So the pound is set to strengthen against all its other peers today. Right, let's have a quick look at commodities, guys, and see what the markets have prepared for us, how the analysts at investing.com see commodities trading this morning. There we go. We're looking at gold futures, which have a neutral indication on a 5-minute chart. 15 minutes and hourly remain a strong buy, and the daily is a strong sell. So a bit of mixed opening on gold futures. However, silver futures point to a strong sell on all 4 time frames. Copper, strong buy. Crude oil, WTI, and Brent oil, guys, remain in a strong buy. And US wheat, again, strong buy on 3 and 4 time frames. This is what is happening with the markets this morning, guys. Good opportunities on the market. Keep an eye on crude oil and Brent oil, guys. They might be a tiny pullback. So if you do decide to go with long positions straight away, following the trading signals, expect a bit of a pullback. You might get a bit of a drawdown on your trading account. But if you're trading properly and you keep the margins and the exposure on your account realistic, then you should have nothing to be worried about. However, a bit of caution never killed anyone. Right, this was it from my side, guys. We're going to come back in the afternoon with more news, potentially with Neil Wilson at markets.com to see the latest news on the progress on the European and UK talks on the Brexit deal and what else is happening in Europe. This was it from my side. Once again, guys, very, very good morning. Happy Monday, happy week, and I'll see you at 4:30 GMT plus 2. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money.